professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a Scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Do you have a Napoleon complex? So I said it, before. I'm 5'8", I think between 165 and 170. But I clown because like my friends that are bigger than me, even people I work out with, little guy. But so you got that Napoleon complex, right? I'm like, no, it's fun to me. But I know it exists. And I know it exists in multiple ways. So, like I say, like, people are smaller and they have a complex because they feel like, God, I can still take on the biggest and baddest. Well, if you never took on bigger people, you probably had that complex. If you got picked on because you were small and you never fought bigger people, you probably gonna have a complex. Because I'm sick of these people picking on me. But if I wrestled bigger people, I boxed bigger people, played football, knocked out bigger people, I don't have an issue. But people do. And then on the flip side, big guys sometimes have a Napoleon complex because they pick on people smaller than them. You see what I'm saying? Because they won't pick on people bigger than them. It's a weird thing. Then I've seen guys who have a Napoleon complex because they're not big down there. So now it becomes, I'm gonna show you how tough I am. I'm gonna make up for what I ain't got. Then you got, some people who got a Napoleon complex because they feel they well endowed. And the only thing I can do, I bet you I can take your chick. I bet you I can hit her with that super long, have her on a cliff. Hakuna Matata, have her over the cliff, bringing her a new life. And then because they don't have skills. And that's what I mean. And some people don't have skills outside of using sex as I got a skill set. But some people have a Napoleon complex because they don't do anything. So they're trying to constantly prove themselves in whatever other way. I've seen people who have a Napoleon complex because, you don't have money. And, so you feel some type of way and you act it out. And then I've seen people have a Napoleon complex who have money, but the money doesn't overcome their deficiencies as a human being. So now they're mad. How do you do these things that I can't do and I can afford to do? I could pay to do this stuff. Like, oh, what's going on? What do you have that I don't? I got money. So I've seen people have that complex. I hate to say this. I've seen people have a complex because they're jealous of what they've heard of another person's success. You know what I'm saying? So now when I see you or come across you, I'm really going to go all out to prove to you that you ain't nothing type of thing. It's like, when you're younger, you see that in sports. Like if you hear, yo man, this dude killing him, man. He got a reputation. Now, you ain't practiced half of the year. You don't want to play. You don't want to go all out in practice or in the game. But when this certain person show up, now I'm gonna show you I'm better than everybody. I just want to do it this one time when they show up. And it's like, now you trying to prove something. Okay. Now you trying to make a point. I've seen people have a religious Napoleon complex where, I don't believe in your religion. So I'm going to prove to you it doesn't exist or it's worthless. And I've seen the flip side of that where people are so religious, everybody's beneath them and, and they're mad that people who aren't religious are blessed. You know what I'm saying? How could God bless them? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to prove to them that, since without God, you're nothing. I'm going to try to destroy what you got because God didn't give it to you type of people. And it's like, well, it's the same premise, the same concept. I'm lacking in something, so I'm going to go over the top to prove that I'm not lacking, you know. And then, you know, I hate to say it, but feminism is the Napoleon complex. You know, that's what it is. You know, sometimes depending on, you know, I talked about class, the money thing, but sometimes race creates a Napoleon complex because, you know, you go certain environments, people automatically assume a particular person of a particular race is more qualified to do whatever the task is. Just, you know, pick a task. You're going to say, oh, a white person good at that, a black person good at that, a Hispanic person will be good at that, an Asian will be good at that. You know, maybe a Muslim would be good at that, a Jewish person would be good at that. So when you get all of those people in the room and the best person doesn't fit the stereotype, usually they have a complex because I got to prove myself that I actually am the best person for the job. And every time I go in this environment, you know, I got to one up everybody. It's going down. Sometimes that spills out into to real life. Some people have a Napoleon complex when you talk about authority and law enforcement, which, you know, part of the thing. I need power over you. Now that I have power over you, you know, I'm gonna go too far because when I was powerless, you know, I felt some type of way. So now I'm gonna make you powerless. You know, it's a weird dynamic, but the thing is, if you know, in my opinion, to solve your Napoleon complex, you got to deal with whatever you're insecure about. That's really it. And if you're not comfortable in your own skin and something about you doesn't sit well, either you're gonna get comfortable with you, or you're gonna go the complete opposite route and attack everything that you're jealous of that fits what you want to be. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what it normally is. I'm this way, but I would rather be that way. You're that way. Now I hate your guts. So ask yourself, do you have a complex? But I'm done. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna say it again.